Imagine having the power to make anyone completely captivated by your presence. What if I told you that you can do this not by trying harder, but by aligning with ancient wisdom that has been passed down through generations in the serene monasteries of Tibet? The Dalai Lama, one of the wisest beings on the planet, has teachings that can change the way we connect with others. It's not about being manipulative, no. It's about tapping into a force of attraction that is rooted in genuine compassion, understanding, and authenticity. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how you can use these teachings to not just attract others, but to make them obsessed with the energy you bring into their lives. And trust me, it's simpler than you think. What you're about to learn will not only transform the way you interact with people, but will elevate your relationships in a way you never imagined. Whether it's romantic attraction, professional connections, or deep friendships, the Dalai Lama's Tibetan wisdom can be the secret key to make people gravitate toward you. But before we dive in, let me ask you one question. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, people just don't seem to care about you as much as you want them to? Do you find yourself chasing approval or trying to fit into their world instead of having them step into yours? If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. And what I'm about to share with you will completely change that dynamic. This is not about tricks or playing games. It's about building an irresistible energy that people can't help but be drawn to. Ready to unlock this power? The Dalai Lama's teachings always start with the most powerful tool you already have, yourself. And the first secret to making anyone obsessed with you is inner peace. This is not just a concept. It is the foundation of all meaningful connections. When you are at peace with yourself, others are naturally drawn to you because they can sense that calmness and feel safe in your presence. Imagine walking into a room and instantly feeling at ease with the people around you. This is what happens when you cultivate inner peace. It isn't about being perfect. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and letting go of the need for validation. Now, here's the thing. You don't need to be constantly on or perform to gain attention. People are tired of the drama, the chase, and the need for approval. What they crave is someone who can be still and authentic, who doesn't try too hard. The Dalai Lama teaches that peace comes from acceptance, not just of others, but also of yourself. When you stop seeking outside validation and embrace your true self, you radiate an energy that is irresistibly magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who are centered and grounded. This is not just about confidence. It's about being so comfortable with yourself that your energy becomes contagious. This inner peace allows you to stop seeking approval. Think about it. When you stop constantly trying to impress others, you become someone they want to be around. You don't need to prove anything because your mere presence is enough. This is the beauty of inner peace. It shifts your energy from one of neediness to one of abundance. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to remain calm in the face of it. So how do you achieve this level of peace? It starts with letting go of negative self-talk, societal pressures, and any sense of insecurity. You must learn to be content with who you are, regardless of others' opinions. At this stage, you'll begin to notice that the relationships around you start to change. You no longer need to chase after people or fight for attention. Instead, people are drawn to your calmness and your grounded presence. You become a source of comfort for others, and this is the essence of true attraction. When you are at peace, you are no longer controlled by your emotions. You understand that everything in life is temporary, both the good and the bad. This wisdom from the Dalai Lama teaches that attachment to fleeting emotions can cloud your clarity. But when you master inner peace, you are able to experience emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This peace gives you the ability to show up authentically without the need to impress or put on a facade. People are attracted to authenticity because it's rare. In a world full of masks, those who show up as they truly are stand out. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. And when you're real, people are drawn to you. The Dalai Lama says, when you have inner peace, you become the peace. This is one of the most profound lessons you can take with you. By embracing this concept, you create a ripple effect. People don't just notice your calmness, they feel it, and it becomes contagious. Inner peace also teaches you the art of patience. You no longer rush to gain someone's attention. Instead, you wait for the right connections to come naturally. You know that everything in life happens in its own time, and this relaxed approach makes people feel safe around you. So, how do you start cultivating inner peace? Begin by practicing mindfulness. Spend a few minutes each day in stillness, focusing on your breath. This simple practice helps you connect with your inner self and find peace amidst the chaos. When you can center yourself, you will notice a shift in the way people interact with you. It's also crucial to practice self-compassion. Don't be hard on yourself when things go wrong. The Dalai Lama teaches that we should treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we offer to others. By nurturing yourself, you can show up as the best version of yourself in all your relationships. Another way to foster inner peace is by letting go of resentment and grudges. Holding on to anger or disappointment only creates unnecessary emotional baggage. The Dalai Lama advises us to forgive, not because the other person deserves forgiveness, but because we deserve peace. When you forgive, you free yourself from the chains of negative emotions, making you a lighter, more magnetic person. When you become someone who radiates peace and authenticity, the people around you will feel drawn to you. You become a beacon of calm in a chaotic world. People will seek your company, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you've created a space where they feel comfortable, understood, and valued. This peace also leads to deeper and more meaningful relationships. You will attract people who value you for who you truly are, not for what you can do for them or how you appear. The more you embrace peace, the more you will see how your relationships shift from superficial to profound. Lastly, never forget that inner peace is an ongoing practice. It's not something you achieve and then move on from. It's a constant journey of growth, learning, and unlearning. But as you make peace your foundation, everything else, your attractiveness, your relationships, your career, will fall into place. By focusing on cultivating inner peace and embracing authenticity, you will naturally begin to attract the right people into your life. This is the first step in making anyone obsessed with you using the wisdom of the Dalai Lama. Emotional detachment is often misunderstood. It's not about becoming cold or distant. It's about mastering your emotions so they no longer control you. According to the Dalai Lama, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is learning how to love without clinging, to care without expecting, and to give without needing anything in return. When you embody this mindset, people feel magnetically drawn to you because they sense a rare strength, the strength of someone who is whole on their own. This energy makes others crave your presence, not because they pity you or want to fix you, but because they admire your calm independence. When you stop over-investing emotionally in people who haven't earned it, your energy becomes more valuable. You begin to move differently. You stop chasing love, attention, or validation, and paradoxically, that's exactly when people start chasing you. The Dalai Lama teaches that detachment doesn't mean indifference, but rather clarity. You see people as they are, not as your emotions want them to be. And when someone feels that you're emotionally balanced, they begin to trust you on a deeper level. You become an emotional anchor in a world full of storms. This emotional stillness is incredibly attractive. In a society where everyone is reactive, always posting, arguing, proving, you stand out by being composed. You don't need to speak loudly to be heard. Your energy, your silence, your restraint, they say more than words ever could. People feel safe with you because you are not desperate. That safety becomes addictive. They come to you not because you demand attention, but because you offer peace in a chaotic world. This is why emotional detachment is a secret weapon. It protects your inner peace while drawing others closer. It's the reason the most admired spiritual teachers, like the Dalai Lama, are surrounded by love without seeking it. People want to be around those who don't need them but choose them. That is the essence of detachment, the ability to love without losing yourself. To develop this, start by observing your emotional patterns. Are you reacting out of fear or responding from clarity? The more aware you become, the more power you gain over your emotions. Meditation, journaling, and silence are your allies here. They help you break the pattern of emotional dependency. And when that pattern breaks, your energy shifts and people feel it. They may not understand why, but they'll find themselves wanting to be near you. You become what the Tibetan monks call a presence of peace. And when your presence heals, attracts and inspires without you even trying, you begin to understand the true power of emotional detachment. People may even become obsessed, not with a version of you that pleases them, but with the calm, real you who stands strong in your truth. That kind of connection isn't based on fantasy, it's built on presence and power. So remember, to be truly magnetic, you must learn to feel deeply, but hold lightly. Love with openness, but without dependency. Be there fully, but always whole. This is how Tibetan wisdom transforms your relationships, not by making others love you more, but by helping you love yourself so completely that others have no choice but to be drawn to that light. The Dalai Lama once said, "The quieter you become, the more you can hear." This is the foundation of true presence. In the chaos of modern life, people are constantly seeking someone who can make them feel seen, heard, and safe. The Tibetan path teaches that you don't need to say much to have a powerful impact. You just need to be fully present. When you enter a room with calm energy, deep awareness, and silent confidence, people naturally gravitate toward you. They feel something they can't explain, groundedness, and that groundedness is rare. Presence isn't about charisma or charm, it's about deep self-connection. When your mind is calm, your heart open, and your attention undivided, others feel truly acknowledged in your presence. This is how Tibetan monks connect, with stillness, not noise, with attention, not performance. They teach that to be magnetic, you must stop trying to impress and start being fully in the moment. People don't remember your words as much as they remember how you made them feel. This emotional safety becomes irresistible. The one who listens more than they speak, the one who notices the details others miss, becomes unforgettable. And not because of a flashy personality, but because of the silent power that flows from inner peace. That kind of energy cannot be faked. It's cultivated through intention, awareness, and practice. People fall in love with how they feel around you. And when that feeling is peace, they keep coming back. So how do you build this presence? Begin with breath. The breath is the anchor of awareness in Tibetan meditation. The more often you return to it, the stronger your ability to stay grounded in any interaction. Whether in a conversation, a conflict, or a moment of silence, your breath brings you back. When others see that you remain composed, even when they are emotionally reactive, they begin to trust you deeply. Presence is power. And the Tibetan path reminds us that true magnetism doesn't come from chasing, controlling, or convincing. It comes from being so at peace with yourself that others feel at peace just by being near you. True attraction, according to Tibetan wisdom, is not about physical beauty or clever words. It's about energy. The Dalai Lama teaches that when your energy is calm, loving, and free of desperation, you become magnetic. People are drawn to those who don't need them, but choose to see them. This silent pull comes from emotional independence. When you are whole on your own, others feel safe enough to open around you. You stop being someone who chases and become someone who attracts effortlessly. This kind of presence is cultivated in silence through reflection and mindfulness. Tibetan monks spend years mastering this stillness, but you don't need to live in a monastery to embody it. Begin with small daily moments of quiet. Stop reacting, start observing. Choose peace over drama and clarity over control. As your inner world becomes still, your outer world will shift too. The people you meet will respond differently because they'll feel the difference, even if they can't explain it. So, if you want to make someone truly obsessed with you, not through tricks or manipulation, but through genuine energy, start within. Tibetan wisdom doesn't teach you how to control others. It teaches you how to master yourself. And in that mastery, you become unforgettable. If this message spoke to your soul, make sure to like this video and subscribe. There's more ancient wisdom coming that will change the way you see love, connection, and yourself. In the end, the greatest Tibetan truth is this: you cannot force someone to love you, but you can become someone who inspires love naturally. The Dalai Lama reminds us that real love cannot exist where there is control. When you let go of the need to possess, impress, or convince, You create space for a love that is free, conscious, and real. You don't need to chase obsession. When you are grounded, kind, and present, you become the obsession. Because peace, in a world full of chaos, is rare, and rare things are always desired. Tibetan wisdom doesn't give you shortcuts. It gives you transformation. And once you walk that path, your energy will speak louder than any words. If this journey touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs it. Hit the like button and subscribe. There's more sacred wisdom ahead, and you're exactly where you need to be.